We are starting our launch today. It's Friday the 13th, March 2026. We're leaving the Bryce's Landing Boating Access Area, 2042 Bill Lane Boulevard. And we're rigging up now. It's a foggy morning. Started off about 31 degrees. And as you see, it is a foggy river this morning. Sun's starting to burn it off, but I think we're going to have a nice day. Touch back with you soon. Okay, it is now 9:15. We're at the Bryce's off ramp. Paul and George are still rigging out there, getting ready to go over the water. Still foggy. Air temperature's about 32 degrees, warming up slowly. Checking the water temperature. Have that in a few minutes. But today, the New Adventure paddlers, George Morcom and Paul Mixner and myself, are going to be paddling another section of Neuse River in the Bryce's water access on the Neuse down a snow hill. It's going to be about a 15-mile paddle. We've got about maybe a 1 knot current to help us out. It should be a fun paddle. We'll warm up into the high 50s, maybe 60s. We're all wearing dry suits this morning. And they actually feel good in this chilly weather. But touch back with you soon. It's going to be a good day. Water temperature 62 degrees, air temperature about 32, well maybe about 34, 35 now. It's heated up a little bit. All on the water. Air is warmer than the water, it's colder than the water. Makes it really foggy. Blue sky, moon's out. Pretty day. Going to be an enjoyable paddle. Got about 1.5 miles current in our favor. So I'm just going to sit back and video a little bit this fog on the water, smoke on the water. Big old heron up there just took off from one of the trees on the side. Squirrels running up and down the trees. It's almost the middle of March and trees are starting to bud out a little bit. There goes some ducks. Wildlife up and moving this morning. Who knows what we may see this morning? As we're paddling and we're looking at the mist coming off the water, every now and then you see these little spirals like water spouts coming off the water. I don't know if it'll pick up on GoPro or not, but it'll, there's one right there. Just comes up and spirals up and then fades away. Like little dancing devils, as they say. It is warming up though. It's probably up in the high 30s by now. The sun feels good on your face. Good morning out here. You can see some of the trees are budding out. A little greenery starting to show up from the brown we've been used to for the last few months. Some of the willows and maples and not sure what other trees are out here. greenery looks nice. Foretelling of coming of spring. Well, we've gone a little over 2.5 miles. Wind's picked up a little bit. Kind of blown all that fog away. Warmed up. Probably in the high 30s. Maybe even low 40s. Kind of paddling into the sun right now. It's been an enjoyable paddle so far. Got a good current with us. We're averaging about 3 mile an hour, 3.5 mile an hour, depending on how much we're paddling and how much we're just letting the current take us. Seen some wood ducks, some mallards, one osprey, a bunch of squirrels running up down the trees, a couple of big herons flying around. Haven't seen many songbirds yet. Still a little chilly, I guess. Got a turkey up there in front of us on roost. Looks like fly here in a minute. There he goes. Didn't go far. Some more wood ducks. I think there's a cormorant or something like a cormorant up there. It keeps lighting. I think we're chasing it down the river. Like the powder we did last week in Bogue Sound, the swine furrow, which really didn't have a whole lot of character because we were paddling open water most of the time. We're back into upper Neuse River, a little more character. Trees, down trees in the river, a lot more wildlife. A lot more to look at. No matter where you're at, it's enjoyable paddle being out in the kayak on the water. Good day. I don't know if it's a campground or just, I don't know. It don't look like a campground. It looks like people just pulled down here on the riverbank.
Brought stuff down and needed repaired. So
the sky is sure cleared on out to nothing but blue sky. A few jet streams up there. Big old sycamore trees, white bark. Bunch of belted kingfishers flying around up here back and forth. We saw our first turtles back there sliding off the bank. Warming up a little bit. picked up again a little bit. Maybe 5, 6. Few gusts of 10 maybe once in a while. Not bad. Slide over there. Been coming down from somewhere. We're about 5.5 miles into our trip and it's warming up nicely in the 40s. This section of the river's got bluffs on both sides and both banks. Glad we're not having to portage up those. And a good powder. Here's a jet aircraft from Seymour Johnson in the background over there. We're not too far from the Air Force Base. We were coming up on 111 Bridge where we had contemplated launching from this bridge. Flyover. After a little bit of study, I thought it would be more of a challenge than we wanted to really play around with. So we decided to go on down to Bryce's ramp, about 7 miles back, where we actually put in this morning. And we're going to get a good look at what we would have had to do to launch at this particular place. I'm kind of thinking we made a good decision to go to the other ramp rather than try to launch down these rather steep bluffs along the shoreline. What we had to launch down, we decided to put down by this bridge. Pretty steep bluff there. And we'll take a look at the other side. It also has a pretty steep bank we had to negotiate. What do you think, George?
I believe that
Well, there was no parking. There's a ramp or guide well that goes way down about 100 yards, and then there's really no place to park. It's now about 5 after 12. We've been on the water just shy of 3 hours. 2 hours and 50 minutes. On 8.10 miles. It has turned into a beautiful day. Light wind, a few gusty spots here and then. All in all, not bad. Warmed up to the, I would say, probably 50s. Not higher. Very pleasant day. Beautiful blue sky. We've got about 7 more miles to go. A little over halfway. For the day after a storm like we had last night, high winds, rain, tornadoes in some sections of eastern North Carolina. The day after, it turned into a gorgeous day, especially to be out on the water. So, see the videoing of our adventures, learning process, just getting started. But I'm hoping the efforts are something that you all enjoy to watch. Again, it's a beautiful day on the upper part of Neuse River. Always a new adventure. Starting to see turtles coming out. Quite a few of them now starting to show up on some of these logs. A little camera shy. Use the duck before we get a chance to get a picture of them. I'm sure they're enjoying the warm sun coming out after the chilly morning we had. Getting a section on the river here, the wind's going right down the river in the face. 5 to 10, not bad. On the open water, it would be different. Not too bad on the river. Yeah, paddling down the river, I heard some water falling, and I said, "Oh, beaver dam." Take a look at it. Good place to take a break. Couple beaver dams. Yeah. They've been really busy. They've been there a while. They've even got mud packed all in tight. It looks like this one's been here a number of years. They didn't fill the top one up all the way with mud on top. It's got moss growing on it. It's been busy. I run around.
I'm getting all hung up.
There's a shoal right there in the stump right at the mouth of that thing.
Great.
I tell you, that thing's been there a long time.
Damn.
It's the whole top is all packed solid with mud, and it's even got moss growing on the mud.
Good day.
It's been there a long
how much
time.
water's behind that?
Big old lake.
Whole lake back there?
There's a big whole lake back in there. We have come around the bend and head into a little bit of wind. Around 10, maybe a little more. Has warmed up into the 50s, which is good. We're all in dry suits today, and helps to be a little cool, a little bit of breeze so that you don't get overheated in these dry suits. Several turtles on there. If you don't decide to dive in before we get there, you might be able to see them on YouTube. Maybe we'll put a pickle up there. Well, I think the wind has picked up a little bit. We seem to be still not bad. There's a little duck coming at us. Good duck. Good duck getting up. Hawk up in these trees and here flying through too, ahead of us. So I saw one fly through there. That's a heck of a bluff, isn't it? There is one high bank. Yeah, I know. We are approaching the bridge at Seven Springs. About another, not quite half mile ahead of us. We've gone 14.78 miles so far. Just on the other side of the bridge is going to be our takeout. It's been a real enjoyable trip this time. Great adventure. Seen a lot of birds. The landscape has been amazing. The number of high cliffs and bluffs we've seen. We haven't had any obstructions or anything to get in our way. It's been easy paddling the whole time. Sometimes the wind would be at our face, 5-10 miles an hour. We have to keep paddling into the wind, keep from the wind turning sideways in the river. We've had about a 1 1/4 mile an hour current to help us out, which has been great. But we launched at 9:30, and it's 9:15, and we finally got away at 9:30. After everybody cut cameras and everything adjusted. So it's now almost 2:30. We should be at the ramp in about another 10 or 15 minutes. We are just a few hundred yards away from the ramp. Takeout point, Seven Springs. Beautiful day, beautiful paddle. By the time we pull up on the ramp, we have gone about a little over 15 1/4 miles. It's been a fun paddle. Seen a lot of things. Didn't have to do a whole lot of paddling except the wind blowing. And then paddle enough to keep the wind from turning sideways. But it's been a great adventure, great paddle. Enjoyable day out in the water. Actually, we'll be 15.3 miles when I get to the ramp. Today, my adventure was paddling another section of the upper Neuse River, from Price's Landing boat access down to Seven Springs boat access, about a 15.3 mile trip. Accompanying me were George Wolfram and Paul Mixners, also members of the New Adventure Paddlers. The day started out with air temperatures at 32 degrees that climbed to the mid-50s by the time we took out. The water temperature averaged about 62 degrees, creating a foggy start on the water to our day. Water flow was about 1 mile per hour average, which allowed us to take breaks from paddling at times. It was a sunny blue sky day once the fog burned off. This section of the Neuse was clear of obstructions, so it was an easy paddle. Being early March, the river was showing signs of early spring, budding of a number of trees. Along the way, we saw a number of different wildlife. We saw hawks, vultures, turkeys, several varieties of ducks, kingfishers, osprey, turtles, songbirds, woodpeckers, and dove. Though we didn't see a beaver, we did see 2 rather large beaver dams. This was another enjoyable day on the water with good friends. This completed another section of our attempt to paddle the Neuse River. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please check back soon for another great adventure. Y'all take care.